After a year of living in this van, I figured let's look at my expenses, specifically the expense of gas and oil for the entire first year of living in here. I get that question a lot, what my expenses look like, either as a whole, like my bills and stuff that really aren't even relevant to my lifestyle, or how much I spend on maintenance on this van, how much the build is. So I thought I would kind of commemorate my anniversary with a video of the maintenance and the gas expense. First of all, I'd like to say that some people want to know how much my gas and oil changes have cost me and other expenses like my tires, just for the sake of curiosity, which I get. But some people want to know because they want to have an idea of what van life will cost them if and when they step into this lifestyle. So I want to say that you should not try to predict your expenses based on somebody else's expenses. Not in this lifestyle anyway. Because unless you are driving as much as that person is driving in the same area that person is driving, with the same miles per gallon, or better yet, exact same vehicle, the number is gonna look so different. And actually my numbers from each month over the last year is a perfect example of that. They vary drastically. I was blown away by a single month. The rest of the months are like probably lower than you would expect, with an exception of a few. A few are probably something like you would expect. And then one is like, one's just more than I thought any of them would be. But I remember what I did that month and I was going hard. Okay, I would like to give you a moment to take a guess. Just real quick, think of a number that you think I might have spent in this 14 mile per gallon vehicle traveling mostly the western United States over the last year. All right, drum roll. Are you doing it for me? Are you drum rolling? Let me just tell you. Let me just shut up and get to the point. For gas and oil changes, it is a grand total of $4,394.51. In oil changes, I only got 2 in January of this year and June of this year. That came to a total of $249.89. And for my gas expenses, $4,144.62. Is that more than you expected it to be? Is that a surprise? Is it way lower? Are you surprised I only got 2 oil changes? I would love to hear what your reaction is to that. Truly, I don't know if that's a surprising number or not. I don't even know if I'm surprised by it. I really have no gauge as to what somebody would think of this number. So comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on that. Some of these months have been incredibly low. Let me give you an example or two. December of 2022, I spent a whopping $0 on gasoline or oil. I had gas, obviously, in my van from whatever expenses in November, and I drove so minimally that I didn't have to get gas at all that month. I didn't go anywhere. I did fly to Costa Rica and Colombia and spend, what was that, like a 2.5-week trip. So I spent about half the month out of country, but I did not spend any money on gasoline. July, so just 2 months ago, $40, because I didn't go anywhere in July. So you can see how cheap this lifestyle can be. And then in contrast, August of 2022, which was really my first month in it, because I moved in it and took off the very end of July. So August is my first full month, and I bought my van in Florida. So I was driving across the country back to the western United States, which is where I typically am. And I went and ran errands in Northern California and then drove to Colorado. August ended up looking like $1,122.76. The numbers I felt like kept going because I wrote out each gas purchase. And a lot of months that was anywhere from 0, obviously, to like 4 on average. August though, God, I should have kept that paper because that was like 9 different gas purchases. And the numbers are not low. Like a gas fill up for me on average is gonna look something like $80. So I kept writing like 75, 83, 90, and so on. I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot. And I don't know about you guys, but I think over 1,000 in 1 month is pretty tremendous. Again, I was driving clear across the country and then halfway back across the country. Still, hurt my little heart. But really, a lot of the other months don't look anything like that. The closest comparable one, June, so just a few months ago, which I did do quite a bit of driving then, is $803.08. Every other month looks nothing like those 2 months. $170, $293, $104, $341, $83, $369, $407, $324. So that makes an average of $345 a month, which I think is not bad at all, considering I don't pay rent. I think whenever I worked a traditional job and I was paying rent and was commuting a decent distance to work, I think I was spending about that much a month in gas. Obviously, I didn't just go to work. Nevertheless, August still hurts my heart. That's a pretty big number. Those are good examples of just how different each month or each year could look like depending on you and your amount of driving, your miles per gallon, all the variables that go into this lifestyle, which is what makes this lifestyle so great. You can shape it to look however you would like. And what I mean by that is not only like your build, of course, you get to customize that, but also what your day-to-day life looks like, your true lifestyle. Do you live by the beach? Do you go to the beach all the time? I don't. But also how much it costs you, because again, that of course varies so much on how much you're driving, where you're driving, and how many miles per gallon you get. That's a beautiful part of van life. If you're getting really low on money, you can get somewhere that you're okay with and stop going anywhere and just take a break. I did take a little poll on my close friend story, which just has my people from Patreon on it. So it was an exclusive poll on Instagram that I did last night. And the guesses ranged from, what's the lowest one? The guesses ranged from $1,400, which, Carlitos, I don't know what the heck you were thinking, especially after I said I spent $1,100 in 1 month. That was off. That was far off. And then Michael guessed $3,748.29, which is so specific, and I love that, which was the closest guess. And the highest one was $10,000. God, it's going to be a different task to try and gather up receipts and things like that to add up all my expenses for my van build so far. I've been trying to decide if I want to do that now, even though it's not complete, or if I want to wait until it's complete, and I don't know when that'll be. And then I'll also make a video sometime about how much this van cost me. Just the van itself. Which, spoiler alert, it's expensive. Any hoot, that's my expenses just on gas, oil changes, general maintenance of this van. I have not had to replace the tires. They're in great condition still. My build and the van itself is a different story. Much bigger number, for sure, and I'll have to make those videos soon. But I hope this gas and oil change expense list was informative for you guys. That's it I got. See you in the next one. No, you know what? I want to restart. I get it, but I did, like, who cares? I don't know. Who cares? Is commemorate the right word to use there? I've never used that word in my life. I think that maybe you do that when people die. Is that what that is? The whole reason we're here. The reason... Okay. What the fuck did I just think of? My brain. My freaking brain. Alright, let me stop talking. Thank you!